So we are into the final test of a cracking India versus England test series. I must tell you, we had a lot of entertainment throughout the entire four test match. Final test at Dharamsala, I think one of the best stadiums India has in terms of the looks and the atmosphere. The conditions will suit England very much. We all expected this going on to the series. We expected India to have a lead. Rather, we also had the belief that India will win the series and move on to the fifth test, which the score as well is India ball 3, Baz ball 1. Dipu, what's according to you, four test matches, sum it up for you. Did India really dominate?
Not. I mean, yes, we have won the series, but we have to give credit to England as well because and they have played well in passages. Certainly the better side after 2012. What we are seeing, we saw them getting dominated in 2016 and 2021, but this is a better England side, not better than 2012, but still they have given us a very tough fight, and they won at Hyderabad as well after conceding that 200 run lead as well.
Yeah.
So we have to give them credit, but it's also the fact that they have floundered the most important moments in the game from Rajkot, even in Ranchi as well. So yeah, they have played their part to lose the series, but they have also earned a little bit of respect that actually given India a fight.
Okay, and moving to Aryan, welcome to the show once again. In the fourth test, we saw Joe Root going back to his original Joe Root, which he was in the Fab Four. Do you think that is his right ploy to play in Test cricket? He should play the way he is, and the rest 10 players can play the baseball.
Yeah, but as Indian fans, do we actually care? I don't think so. But coming from a neutral perspective, Pritam, I think he went away from the game, the game that he played in the fourth test for the team's cause, right? So I don't know why he did that. Maybe there is some planning that they were told to, or but whatever. Classic Joe Root innings. I mean, as a neutral, matlab log galiyan de chahe. It was a lovely exhibition to watch, and he completely showed that he's the only guy who England can trust in these conditions. Rest all are hit and miss, and like you said, it was quite expected 3-1, and glad that India did stutter. They did go back from the plans in the first test, pretty understandable. But after that, they stayed there, and now you see the result. This is a consolation match, more so for England, and India won't want to lose points. If India lose points in this match, then New Zealand get a sniff
Yeah.
in the table. So for India it is important. For England, not so much because they don't play to qualify; they play to pretty much please the crowd. So yeah, that's what they're doing at the moment.
I wouldn't say it is a consolation game, to be very honest, but yes, it's a very important game for both the sides. More for India because they don't want to lose a home test match. Okay, so moving on to the squad once again. India looks unchanged, but big boost. Deepu, welcome back. Jasprit Bumrah into the side.
Well, yeah, it's a very big plus with Bumrah coming back in. Even though we won a good game in Ranchi in the absence of Bumrah, but it just beefs up the pace bowling attack, and we can rely on someone on Indian decks as well, that we have a seamer whom we can call upon any time, and he can just deliver us the important wickets in clusters. So it's good to see Bumrah back in the lineup and starting up in Dharamshala.
Yeah, and Aryan, for you once again, Dhruv Jurel. How impressive has he been behind the stumps as well as with the bat? Composure he showed in the fourth test to win the test match for India.
See, this is the time where we kind of hype the youngster, but I don't want to hype the youngster. It is a good start. Let him carry forward, and then we'll see how he does. It's an excellent start. He couldn't have asked for anything better. Yes, he looks very organized, looks very clean in his keeping, but I won't want to put the mockers on him. I won't want to make him the future of Indian cricket or something like that. We just want to see a few more tests how he does in the New Zealand, in the Bangladesh series, and then we can take a call on him. Yes, he is there, but the one thing he's shown is composure, which
Yeah.
obviously holds him above many other keepers that we have, that may have been in line, but he's gone way past them.
Correct, absolutely correct. And going on to the visitor section now, Deepu, more or less, as Aryan mentioned it before, they pretty much try to entertain. We saw Johnny Mesto breaking the shackles, going all guns blazing with the bat as well. But are we still waiting for Johnny Best and Ben Stokes to have a good big runs on the board with the bat?
Well, maybe more than Stokes. I think Stokes, with the series gone, he's actually now relaxed a bit because they have got nothing to lose. Even if they win, the trophy will stay in India. Johnny Bairstow has looked well in patches, but those 30 odd innings, even though this surface might just suit him, and also the fact that he has played for Punjab last year at this very venue as well,
No,
the couple of games that he had.
he didn't play last year, so he has not played
Okay.
Okay.
at this venue.
But it'll suit him. Suit his game style with pitch being a real belter. It's
Yeah, yeah,
expected to
yeah.
be a belter. So yeah, but he has thrown away his start. So I feel Ben Stokes is someone who can control his aggression and can just build upon his innings. So I have trust on Ben Stokes rather than Johnny Bairstow.
Okay, and moving to Shoaib Bashir, Deepu, a player to look forward to for England cricket in terms of a spinner.
Yeah, I mean they have been searching for an off spinner. Once Graham Swan left, then Moeen Ali left. Now they are actually looking for someone who can bowl those offies. So yeah, they have got a good prospect in Shoaib Bashir, even though he has to learn a lot. And with this pitch not going to favor him much, and it will be quite similar to Vishakhapatnam. So yeah, I mean his skills will be tested, but they have something to really to look upon and get him into the 11.
Absolutely agreed with that. But we move on to the next slide, which is the schedule. As you said, Deepu, 3-1 to India. Do you expect any changes in the final test?
Well, Bumrah coming back. We need to look at who goes out because Akashdeep bowled brilliantly in that opening spell, castling Crawley out twice, then getting the crucial wicket of Ben Duckett as well, and getting Ollie Pope. So yeah, I mean it will be a big headache, and also the fact that the conditions that are there in Dharamshala, with Rohit might be tempted to actually get in with three seamers, which is
Yeah,
which could be the likely ploy that we can see in the northern conditions right now. So it's a little bit of a headache, but if you were to take my opinion, I would rather go in with three seamers and attack the English batters.
absolutely. And we have predictions: India winning the last test, or is it a draw, or is it going to England?
I want India to win. It's better to have a 4-1 result. Eventually, it could have been a 5-0 had we won in Hyderabad, but it's better to have a 4-1 because, in my opinion, I'll be little bit biased. With 3-2 would be considered as a failure in my opinion because to lose two test matches at your home soil. I mean, there's something to look upon and which actually disappoints. So it's better we get 4-1 here.
Okay, Aryan, for you, same predictions: India winning the final test.
Yes, nothing much different. And England may push it to day four again at
Yeah.
max, but India are expected to come out on top. And yeah, should finish 4-1. 3-2 would be okay. A bit odd for the Indian fans, having lose two test matches, and not so much the loss, but the loss of the points will be a bit of a hard blow. So India
Yeah.
at max a draw, sorry, at max a win, and at least a draw. That is their goal, I think, from this test match.
Okay, so both of you are positive India will make it 4-1 or maximum a draw, says Aryan. Okay, moving on to the next slide, that is the pitch conditions and the weather. The weather is so hot, you can see, but the final day, Aryan expecting not the game not to go to the final day. But the conditions, Aryan, coming to you because you have been a fan of the Punjab Kings, you know this ground pretty much. Will you expect the grass to play a little bit of ploy in this pitch?
Yes, and I think English seamers will be happy coming here. Obviously, we are at a high altitude. The ball is expected to move. Even if we were at Visakhapatnam, that is also near sea. So in Vizag also, the ball did move and lost wickets in the first session. So we can expect that wickets may fall in the first session. Having said that, a bit of a rain concern on the last day, and the
Yeah,
conditions are expected to be overcast because it's been chilly in here down north in around Chandigarh and Punjab as well. So that means there
yeah.
is a bit of a temperature dip upstairs as well around Dharamshala. So yes, you can expect like 14 is the max. So probably England are going to get to play in a bit of a English weather,
Yep.
which might be good for them.
Absolutely. And Deepu, this is I feel the only one condition where toss could be a factor electing to bowl first. Would you be tempted to do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, looking at the conditions, we'll be tempted to do it, and also the fact that we have nothing to lose, and we can, just see how much we perform in the last innings if the game goes there by that far. We performed well in Ranchi with that nervy run chase, but it's good that we can just field first again, and put English batters into the batting, and just bundle them out. And this is a wicket which this is the match which I'll enjoy the most, because we have seen the spinners dominating. But it's good that the seamers will get their say from both the camps. So yeah, I mean, there will be temptations to bring in an extra fast bowler and to just pick the ball up in these chilly conditions.
Okay, so both of you are saying England will favor these conditions, but we are not less. Indian paces are
Yeah.
too good this time as well. Moving on to the next slide, no Virat Kohli once again for Team India in the final test. As a whole, 6 innings given to Rajat Patidar, not a single 40 plus score, couple of ducks as well. We have seen a lot of debuts taken this in this series. Do you expect Deepu one more addition in the debut cap this series in the final test?
Well, it's unlikely because this management has given longer ropes to many youngsters before axing them out. I mean, we have seen Srikar Bharat in 10 odd games. We know what he did, and didn't produce the returns for us. So he is currently warming the bench. I think Patidar will play one more game before the management decides something upon him. And even though it can happen that Particle can play because the series is anyway in the back, so it will be a temptation to be get a left-hander in at number 4. But I feel Patidar is again the likelier one to start up.
Okay, but Aryan, here I come one more question to you is that once we move on to the next test series, very likely KL Rahul will be back, Virat Kohli will be back. So
Yeah.
it is very likely these two guys will not be part of the squad, maybe. So isn't it hard that 6 innings is enough for somebody to get a spot? Maybe he's out of form at this moment, get a bit of rest and give Particle one nod, couple of innings time, or because once Virat and KL are back, they will definitely get a higher nod ahead of these two.
Yeah, give Particle a chance because Patidar hasn't done anything, and I think this is pretty much his test career at the moment, and he needs to go back to domestic. Particle has been there; he scored runs in domestic cricket, been in good form. Reward him for that and give him the debut, and then go forward. Just create a prospect for the future, and let him play the test match. And if availability is there in the future, get him in because he'll be the one played a test match, who's played a test match.
No.
So you have Virat, KL coming back, I know, but then you have reserves like Sarfraz and Jurel waiting. Jurel is now a part of the 11. I don't think he's going out anytime soon.
Yeah,
So Sarfraz is in the wing, so there's a good backups created in the series, I feel. And then when the main guys come back, we have to see what is the selection.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree with this one, Aryan. To be honest. Yes, Deepu, you're trying to say something.
No.
Okay, so move. So Aryan says David Padikal, Deepu says Rajat Patida one more chance. Here is my predicted playing 11 for both of you. I'll ask Deepu first to give his perspective. I have gone with three seamers to be very honest. Unfortunately, Kuldeep doesn't make a place in my side, and I've backed Devdut Padikal to play a test match. Going on to England as well, I've got with an unchanged team. I am backing Ollie Robinson to keep his place. Two seamers for them. Likely, I'm hearing that Ben Stokes might roll him arm over. I'm not expecting, to be honest. Your views on this one playing 11, Deepu?
Well, for England, I feel a guy like Gus Atkinson or a Mark Wood can come in, given the conditions will be seamer friendly or are most likely to be seamer friendly. And Ollie Robinson, I mean, I was surprised to see him bowling in 120s. I mean, we have seen him in 2021. He was bowling in the 140s, and a
Yeah.
sudden drop in pace. Even though it's an injury, whatever the injury was, I mean, I wasn't expecting this drop in the delivery. So I feel the express pace of Mark Wood or even a Gus Atkinson can be a good ploy here. And even though there are many reports that Ben Stokes might is most likely to bowl, but rather than believing the reports, I think it's better to include an outright fast bowler, maybe Mark Wood or Gus Atkinson, since he has not got an opportunity. So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Ollie Robinson misses out for me, and I'll rather go with Gus Atkinson. I'm quite excited to watch him.
So two pacers for England for you.
Yeah, if it's likely if Ben Stokes bowls.
If suppose if Ben Stokes doesn't, so do you still stick with this bowling lineup?
See, then again, you have to bank on Jimmy Anderson to deliver the goods. Even though we know with the conditions, likely is he'll pick up wickets for fun, irrespective of whatever the pitches, whatever the country is. I mean, but I think what England has done in recent past, that they have gone with two seamers in Asian conditions. It's most likely that they'll not tinker it with much, and also the fact that spin can come into play anytime. I mean, even though the conditions are going to be cloudy, but Asian conditions are quite unpredictable, and for these guys it will be even more. So I mean, they'll have a few headaches, but I feel they'll go in with two seamers.
Two seamers for you, and for Team India, same team for you.
Well, I'll give Patidar another
Yeah,
chance because
yeah.
even if what Aryan said is absolutely correct, but what if that particular performs, there'll be an outright pressure from outside. Just include him in the squad if he
Yep.
performs in the game. Even though it will be same for Rajat Patidar as well, but I feel it's ideal that Padikkal gets his proper due whenever he plays in the Bangladesh series or whether in the New Zealand series, rather than giving him a token game. I feel it's better that give Patidar one more chance, and also the fact that the nature of the management is such that they are bound to give longer ropes to the youngsters. So I feel it will be Patidar starting in the 11 first.
Okay, so Patidar for you, and Gus Atkinson or Mark Wood for Ollie Robinson. Aryan
Yeah.
for you. Any changes for any of the sides?
Yeah, same 11 as on the screen.
Same 11 for both the sides. Okay, so Aryan goes with me, but Deepu has his opinion, not a problem. So that concludes the show. Fifth test is done and dusted. What a remarkable series we had between India and England. Thank you so much, Deepu. Thank you so much, Aryan. Thank you to all the viewers who are going to watch this game. So tomorrow it's India versus England final test. And till then, don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire as well. Till then, thank you so much and bye bye.
Yeah. Cheers.